Yo, what's up, you guys? YouTube, good morning. Happy Friday. You guys, we made it. It is the Friday before the tax deadline. So, for all of my tax pros and my CPAs out there, I am with you. You guys have been killing the game, and I hope that you guys aren't dead yet. If you're dead, I'm dead with you. So don't even worry about it. Just hang in there. Those of you that are still on the grind because you're dealing with extensions, I'm right there with you too. I mean, we're all there, right? We're all there. You're not alone. But I am really excited to jump on this morning. So if you're on my YouTube live this morning, say hello. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I know it's been a second since I've been on my lives and I've been on my YouTube. So man, this tax season has literally been kicking my ass, as it's been kicking a lot of my colleagues' asses. Um, for those of you that don't know me, hey, what's up? And my name is Cici. I am an accountant, freelance bookkeeper. I've got 20 years of experience, and I'm here on my Bookkeeper Bootcamp YouTube to share my tips and resources and all my knowledge with you guys. To help you guys either transition from one career to bookkeeping virtually or hybrid. You guys can do it in person. Honestly, um, this is just kind of my thing, right? Like the bookkeeping person, so to speak, the expert. So anyway, I'm jumping on this YouTube live this morning to share some really awesome news, and it's to talk to you guys about my latest project. It's been in the works for quite a while now, and I'm really excited to share it with you. It's my new Bookkeeper podcast, you guys. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Um, this is something that I've been working on for a minute now, and I have been, I've kind of been waiting on it because I needed it to fit the right mold, right? I wanted it to be something that worked for me, that like represented who I am, and of course, something that incorporated my supporters. That's you guys. Yeah, what's up, you guys? Good morning. And if you guys are wondering what's going on with my background, I am legit in Alaska. I know, right? Um, I've been here for about 2 weeks, just spending time with my family, and it is 5 a.m. in Alaska. So I did my IG live at 4 a.m. Alaska time to make sure that I'm on time for what they call the lower 48. So crazy up here. But it's a different world up here. Got to make sure that like the sun is already coming up. I wanted to jump on and say hello and talk to you guys about my new podcast. Right? Super super stoked, and it involves you guys. I can't do it without you. It's going to be a really cool hybrid show. Where it's going to incorporate weekly coaching calls. So I'm really excited to drop it. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Spotify. It's going to be on Apple. Like all the really cool like podcasty uh, streams. But I'm really stoked. Check out the link in my bio. Check out the link that I'm going to drop in the description, so you guys can figure out how to jump on, submit a question, and become a guest on my podcast. So I'm not just going to have the people that I know or like super big superstar guests. I am going to incorporate my listeners. I'm going to incorporate the people that I coach, so you guys can really get the benefit of what I do. I think that for me is the biggest excitement of having this podcast. If you guys are jumping in, hey, good morning. Let me know you guys are watching from, because I'm in Alaska, you guys. It's freaking freezing. I'm sitting right next to the fireplace. My Arizona butt needs to go back home. I'm so, so cold. Um, but I'm jumping on to let you guys know that I'm excited to start this new project. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to have videos. I'm still going to be doing my coaching, my mentoring, the boot camps. Speaking of boot camp, for those of you that are interested in doing the boot camp, my last boot camp is this May. Um, it's actually end of April, first week of May. So if you guys are interested, make sure that you reach out to me, drop me a comment, shoot me an email at bookkeeperbootcamp@gmail.com, slide me a DM, whatever you need to do to get a hold of me. I'll make sure that all of the information's in the description below. But hey, the one reason why I want to jump on here is so that I can tell you guys about the title of my podcast. It's crazy, and it's like perfectly me. It took me a second to figure it out, right? The the title of my podcast is going to be called Eat My Assets. I know, it's crazy. But EAT is an acronym. EAT's an acronym. EAT stands for exclusive access to, and then my assets. My assets meaning my money, my knowledge, my network, all the people that help make me and my boot camps who I am. And I'm really excited to share that with you guys. Because I feel like my network, my coaching abilities, all of the things that I do, bringing that into the podcast format, just allows me to have a greater reach into, helping those of you that need the help. So I'm super, super excited, and and I'm super excited just to be able to have just a different way to reach out to all of you. Because when I do these lives for me are probably a lot easier than doing like a recording, because I suck at recording, I suck at editing. But I really just have so much passion for helping others, especially helping others transition into bookkeeping, so that you guys can feel the benefit of running your own business, being your own boss, having that own freedom, you know not having a cap on the money that you make, working with the people that you want to work with, having a choice. So that's what I'm doing it for. And let me see, I've got some live chat stuff going on. Good morning, Erica. Good morning. Erica, I'll send you an invoice for sure today. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. Let's see. Kimberly said, oh man, I can't. I need to keep this on here. Jeez. Kimberly said, okay. I love podcasts too, Kimberly. Man, I'm super excited. And I am going to stay warm, I promise. I have been just kind of helping out my family here and hanging out, literally dragging my sister's portable heater with me everywhere I go in her little cute cabin thing. And it's the coldest place ever. But I'm staying warm, guys. And I hope that you guys are killing it this week, or have killed it this week. I hope you guys kill it this weekend. Any projects you guys are working on, I just want to say, I am right there with you. If you guys are struggling, you guys are trying to figure out what you guys want to do, I hope that this is maybe just like the fire that just ignites that passion in you to do what you guys want to do, to get on top of that project or that mission, that thing that you've been wanting to do. I hope that this helps spark and ignite your willingness to do that. Just like jump on the horse. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Let's go together. Let's uplift each other. A lot of my colleagues, like Rugamunyu, she is the accountant, the chic accountant, or the accountant chic on Instagram. She said she and I had sat down along with a friend of ours, Shane. They're both tax pros, and we came up with this like saying, which was like, what was it? It's collaboration over competition. You know, I totally believe in that. I want you guys to know that we're all, supporting each other here. So when I talk about my colleagues, when I bring them onto the podcast, when I bring you guys onto the podcast, those of you that have been watching me and supporting me for so long, like, thank you guys so much. This is for you. This podcast is for you. I'm really looking forward to incorporating you guys. So if you're looking to join me on the podcast, become a guest, submit a question, I am openly welcoming you guys, everyone that watches, to do so. Check out the link in my bio on Instagram. I'm going to be posting it all over YouTube. I just want to get you guys all in as much as I can. It is a weekly call, so I'm going to try to make sure that that's available to you. The other news is that I named it Eat My Assets, because it's me, and like, hello, of course, I'm not going to have like some just cookie cutter anything, right? So any of you that have like ever watched me, you know, I am I'm having a beer while I'm doing a live. I'm right there with you. I want to say that like I live this crazy perfect life, but no one does. I just live my life. I do what I can do. I know what my superpower is. I know that you guys have the superpower too, and I want to unlock that with you. And Eat My Assets is an acronym. EAT is an acronym. Exclusive access to my assets, my money, my knowledge, my wealth of network. I'm really excited to bring that to you. So check out the links, become a part of the podcast, please. I welcome all of you. And, in true live fashion, if you guys are on my live and you guys have any questions about bookkeeping, business stuff, drop them in the comments. I usually do this for about the next 5 minutes, so I don't like to keep my lives too long. So if you're watching, let me know if you guys have any questions, whether it's on book camp, Bookkeeper Bootcamp, which I am doing my last Bookkeeper Bootcamp for the season, and I will not be opening up another one until fall of 2022. You guys can ask me about that. You guys can ask me about bookkeeping in general, about business stuff, sales, marketing. I don't know. Just shoot it out there. I'm really excited. Just as usual, like I'm just super stoked to be able to close out this season on a good note. Spending time with my family in Alaska, reaching out to you guys in this crazy, beautiful little log cabin my sister has. And I, just want to say hello and let you guys know that this is going to be really, really cool project of mine. Let's see. Any questions? Jeffrey says the podcast title is awesome. And then the content will be as well. Dude, it's going to be super awesome. I'm really, really looking forward to it. For those of you that have been following me all these years, this is your chance to jump on my podcast, to jump on with me. I have met a lot of my supporters recently just through this season, which is just kind of just the crowning glory. And I think that makes it come full circle. It makes it feel real to me that I'm like really helping people. YouTube has been my platform, so I'm definitely going to be streaming it on my podcast on YouTube. I will be streaming my podcast on like Apple Podcast, what's the other, Spotify, all the little platforms. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to taking a nap here in a minute because it is 5 a.m. Alaska time. And Alaska's like a whole different country. I love it up here. I do. It's beautiful. It's just cold. I am tropical from Hawaii, and I live in the desert in Arizona. So I need my warmth back. Don't worry, Arizona, I'm coming back. I can't wait. If you guys are watching this live, good morning, and thank you guys so much for being here. If you're watching this on the replay, same thing. Thank you guys for being here all these years and supporting me. And this is my thank you back to you. So I really hope that you guys can join me on the podcast. Check out the link, IG bio in my description here. You guys can just submit your questions, become a guest. Let's go. Right. Again, if you guys are watching now, leave a message in the comments if you guys have any questions about bookkeeping. This is the live Q&A, and the Q&A is going to last for another couple minutes. So if you guys have any questions, shoot them out. Let's go. But speaking of questions, that's what I'll be covering when I do my podcast. It's going to be a weekly podcast, and I'm going to be sharing my knowledge. I'm going to be sharing coaching calls, like actual coaching calls. I'm going to be doing the most that I can to help everyone that I can help, that need the help, that want the help. And I'm not going anywhere. I still have my mentoring and my coaching. So still available for those things. How to find bookkeeping clients in QuickBooks in the United States. I'll definitely be touching on that in my podcast, guys, because I do get a lot of inquiries from those of you that watch that are international. And I super appreciate you guys and, giving my insights on how to transfer into becoming a bookkeeper virtually when you're not in the States. That is kind of tricky. So I do cover that in my podcast. And again, like how provocative that title is, I think it's going to be hilarious. So Eat My Assets is my podcast title. EAT, again, is an acronym for exclusive access to my assets. Assets for me is knowledge, money, the wealth of my network, all of the things. But anyway, if you guys want to reach out to me, as usual, shoot me an email at bookkeeperbootcamp@gmail.com. And I'm always trying to make sure that I answer as many questions as I can. If you're trying to get on you're trying to become a bookkeeper and you have little or no experience and you want to join my Bookkeeper Bootcamp, my last bootcamp is going to be in May. And I'm not going to be opening it up again until fall of 2020. Fall of 2022. Gosh, I've just been doing so much bookkeeper cleanup that I have all these years just stuck in my head. I'm still available as a bookkeeper mentor and coach. So if you guys are interested in something like that, instead, for those of you that are like already established bookkeepers, you're just looking for a little bit more help and you're not on like the new spectrum, definitely let me know about that. And I do have my bookkeeper cleanup boot camp. Um, and another piece of news is I'm definitely trying to make sure that I visit actual physical locations to do bookkeeper boot camps, like live and in person, like me sitting in the same room with you. I'm definitely working on that project as well. But the latest project, the podcast, I'm super stoked about. I'm gonna see if I have any questions here because I'm wondering what's going on. Okay, so I have someone named Sharik who is from Pakistan, currently working in Texas. How's this going to work for me? We will talk about international bookkeepers on my podcast, but quickly, it's all about credentials. It's all about what you guys can bring. Um, you know, people who are in the U.S. need to follow certain rules and guidelines, the GAP principles, things like that. I think that is a big piece of the topic of having international bookkeepers for U.S. businesses. Learning the ins and outs of our taxes, of our rules, of our guidelines set by the SEC, learning what that is, how to produce our books properly, and gaining that certification of knowledge. That's the most important part, I think, in the element of getting those clients that you guys seek. Erica says, I know the bootcamp classes are on Saturdays. What's the time frame? Oh, that's a great question, Erica. I usually like to do Saturday mornings, so I work off of Pacific Standard Time, so I can incorporate everyone. So what is it? It's Saturday mornings, Erica. It's 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then Sundays. I usually like to do it at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Times to allow those of you that are doing just family things, church things, and just religious time, just time in the morning on Sundays to spend with your families and for yourself. But Saturday mornings we do like 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then Sundays, because it's on the weekend, we do 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I hope that helps. Sorry, sorry. My phone is just like trying to do all these crazy things, but it's 5 a.m. I have not had coffee yet, and I am really excited to get some coffee and spend some time with my family this morning. Yeah, I think that wraps it up for me. I can chat forever, which is why it's probably a good thing that I'm starting a podcast. Erica, I will reach out to you so we can connect for boot camp or, other projects that I can help you with. And I believe it's the boot camp that we're doing, Erica. So I'm super stoked to have you part of it. All right, guys, this wraps it up for me. Check me out on Instagram, Bookkeeper Bootcamp, on TikTok, Bookkeeper Bootcamp. All my handles are Bookkeeper Bootcamp, even on Facebook. And just a big shout out to all of you. This podcast really is just kind of a thank you to my supporters and those of you that have been watching me on YouTube all these years. This podcast is for you. So if you guys want to be a guest on it, check out the link in my bio on Instagram. I'm going to leave a link to my my link tree or my Bookkeeper Bootcamp shop in the description. Gosh, I can't even speak right now, but I'm going to leave you guys a link so that you guys can apply to be a guest on the podcast and just check it out. All right. Have a great morning, guys. Kill it this Friday. And I look forward to working with all of you as much as I can in any aspect that I can. Bye.